Hello everyone, I am going to explain you the output and input in C programming language. The output in C programming language is printf and the input is scanf. So what is input and what is output? To easy understand, let's explore to the Gmail. When you log into the Gmail account, you will see the screen it look like this. You will see sign in to continue to Gmail. There are output and you see email or phone that allow you to input the email here. For example, you input test@gmail.com and here we call input, not your computer, your private browser window, sign in, it is output. Why we call sign in? To continue to Gmail, not your computer, your private browser window to sign in as output, because they show the result to the user. And why we call here is input? Because here is allow user to input the data. Let's go to C programming language. In C programming language, printf is output and scanf if input. Let me give you for example. For example, I want to use the printf. You can write printf here. How old are you? For example, and then I print it. You see, here is the output. How old are you? So if I want to use input in C programming language, I use scanf. To use scanf, I have to create variable. For example, variable in age. And then I use scanf. Scanf %d and I use an age. And then I print it again. You are %d user. Use backslash here I use backslash add the variable here. Let me run it again. Okay, it will ask you how old are you. You see here it's allow user to input data. For example, I put 20 here and then I enter. It says you are 20 years old. Let me run it again. Here I put 25 and then I enter. And then the message is you are 25 years old. You see, here is allow user to input the age here. We call out the scanf. So what is the process of decoding? First, it clear the variable age and then it print the text how old are you and then it enter. After that it meet the scanf and we use variable age here and we use the sign and with the variable age, and here we use the format of the variable type. We use the format of variable type age, because age is integer, so the format of variable type is %d. And you see here we use an age. It means that the scanf allow user to input value to age. So when the user input the value 25 and the age will get the value 25. It means that here is mean that age equal to 25. So when it meet the printf here, you are percentage %d 0, and the value of the variable age will replace percentage %d by its value. You see here, its value is 25. If the user input 25, and then here will replace by 25. That's why it print you are 25 years old. Again, for the scanf, we use scanf. First, you have to open the bracket as the same as to printf, and then we use double quote, and then percentage %d. Percentage %d is up to the type of the variable. For example, here the variable type is integer, that's why we use percentage %d. If the variable type here is float, we will use percentage %f. If the variable char, we use percentage %c. If the variable here is string, we use percentage %s. And we use the sign address, or here we call sign, and then the variable name. And when we complete this statement, and then it's allow user to input data. Let me give you more example about the string. Here I create the variable string char. For example, the string variable string is name. $50 character. Here it means that I can input 50 character maximum. So if I input 51 character, it will error here. If so, you have to input under the 50 character. And then I print here, printf, what is your name? After that I use scanf here. Here I use percentage %s because I want to use the name. The name is the type of string, because you see here is represent the string. So I have to use comma. I use ampersand sign, or we call and sign, and then variable name. Here name. After that I edit the code by I can write here percentage %s is like this, and then I use comma here name. Let me run it. It will ask the user what is your name. For example, I write the name is James, and then I enter. It will ask how old are you. For example, I write 26, and then I enter. You see here is James is 26 years old. Let me run it again. You see, they ask you what is your name. For example, I write Lucy, and how old are you? I input 30, and then I enter. And then the result is Lucy is 30 years old. Why it happened like this? Because you see here we have two variables in age and child name. And then the code will print what is your name. And then the scanf here will allow user to input the value to the variable name here. So the user will input the value to the variable name, and then it will print how old are you. After that, here allow user to input value to variable age, and then it print %f is %d user. The %s is the value of name, and the value of name user put here is Lucy. You see, here is Lucy. So the name will equal to Lucy, and then user input here, the age is equal to 30, and then the age here will equal to 30. So here it will replace the value of name in the position by Lucy, but you will see the warning here. The warning here because of the variable name. Let me explain you why the scanf we use this address sign. Here is because address sign. Why we use the address sign? Because the address sign here, it means that you will input the value to the address of variable A. But here is not a normal variable. It's called array. Normally array is an address. So it means that if you write here address name, it means that it double address. So you have to delete the address. When you delete the address, it will correct. Let me run it. You see what is your name, and then I put, for example, I put the name is Lucy, 25 years old, and then it will see print Lucy is 25 years old. So here you see it's an array. In C programming language, it doesn't have string. If you want to create string, you have to create array of character. It's called array of character, and the array is an address. So here we need then to write address like the variable in. The variable in we have to write address because this age is not address. This is a variable.